Okay, it is story time. Woo! Do I have a story for you tonight? Yes, I do. And I can tell some very good damn lies. I really can. Once upon a time, there lived a beautiful princess, and she lived in a very beautiful castle. What made her beautiful was not her looks; it was her personality, her kindness, her gentle, nurturing spirit, and her caring of others, and her helping desire to help all. And that's what made her so beautiful. So she lived in a beautiful castle, and three castles over from her lived a very evil, wicked hater, a witch. This witch, the princess was a witch too, but she was sort of like Glinda, the witch. You remember Glinda from The Wizard of Oz? Well, she was like Glinda. She was a good witch. And so the evil, mean, selfish witch took it upon herself to try to destroy the beautiful, spirited, and nurturing, caring, good witch that was like Glinda, to the point where she took initiative to cook her something to eat, and take it over to her, because she knew she dared not to step into her castle because she knew how she was. So she took on a disguise to go over there like a maid's hand, and offer her a dish that she made. But this dish wasn't no ordinary dish. This dish was to cause immediate boils and turmoils, and people to dislike her and turn away from her, and this and that and the other. And so when she took it over, the princess said, yes, can I help you? And she said, yeah, I brought you some dinner that you may feast and not have to cook today. Okay. All right. Good morning. And so yes, and so I just took my moment with that. And so as she told her, she brought her something over, hoping that she did not have to cook anything for the day. The princess asked, said, "What would make you think that I want to skip cooking? I cook all the time, me and my maids together. That is the most wonderful time of the evening, is when I am interacting with my maids, not only having them to prepare my meal, but jumping right in and helping them to prepare it." And she said, well, add this to your meal. This meal will do you just fine if you were to add it to the meal that you're getting ready to prepare. And so the beautiful princess said, "Okay, I'll do just that. Thank you very much. In your name." And the lady rushed off without leaving her name or anything. The wicked witch, of course. And it bothered the princess, because she couldn't understand why would someone come over there, all the way over there, to bring her a dish, but not want to leave their name. And not only did they not want to leave it, they showed that they didn't want to leave it by rushing off, running off. And so it taunted and taunted and taunted her so, to where she had laid the dish on her I guess nightstand, not nightstand, coffee table in the living room, and decided to just sit there and catch a breather or what have you. And she sat there pounding off of that. And as she pounded off of it, she just kept looking at the dish that was made for her. And something said, no, do not eat that, for if you eat that, you should surely die. Take it and throw it away. But throw it in a container to where it wouldn't even go to the rats, the mice, the cats, the dogs. It wouldn't go to any small animal, for it would surely kill them too. And so she took it She put it in a plastic container, and then she put it in another plastic container, and then she put it into a wooden box, and then she personally took it and buried it off into the woods. And as she buried it off into the woods and returned back home, oh, that wicked witch couldn't wait until the next day to come over there so she could hear the the good news that the beautiful princess was dead. And so she was all excited and putting on her best clothing, wicked ugly clothes, but anyway, her best clothing to her, and getting ready to prepare to hear the announcement on TV over the air and everything else that the beautiful princess was dead. And then instead, when she cut on the TV, they were talking about how she were getting ready to have a celebration for the kingdom, that all was invited to come and eat and dine and to eat and dine with her, and so that made the wicked old witch very furious. So again, she came in that same disguise to approach the beautiful princess. And so when she got there this time, she said, "You were very ungrateful to me." And she said, "By why would you say that, madam?" And she said, "Because I brought you a dish yesterday and you did not eat it. And I know you didn't eat it, for if you had ate it, for if I had have ate it, what would have became of me if I had have ate it?" And then she said, "If you had ate it, I would have known you'd ate it, because you'd surely drop crumbs along the way of eating it. And I don't see any crumbs on your floor." And she said, "By what reason would I have crumbs on my floor, madam?" And she said, and especially when I have maidens to come and clean it up for me. So why would you feel like I didn't eat the food? And why would you feel like you were for sure if I that you knew that I didn't eat the food? Because if I had ate the food, is it possible that I was going to die? Is that what you're concerned with? Well, I didn't eat the food because the voice told me that that food was poisonous and that it would be detrimental to me if I ate it. And now that I know, you've came all the way over here confessing that out of your mouth to a extent and a degree. She ordered the guards to arrest her and throw her in the dungeon. And she was screaming and squirreling and, "No, no, no, I'm innocent, I tell you." And so once she threw her in the dungeon, she tried to try to work a little black magic, thinking she was going to get loose from the chain and get out of the dungeon. But she was still in there when she went to visit her. And she told her that she was casting her up out of the kingdom, and she was sending her to a place where she would not be harming anyone ever again. And that was the end of that. And I hope you guys enjoyed it, even though it did kind of throw me off beat to hold a conversation while I'm trying to do a story. But my grandchildren love these stories. There's a lot of them like that. They love the hell out of them. So my grandchildren love horror movies too. But most importantly, they love my horror movies. They love my stories. You know what I'm saying? My stories mean more to them than reading a book before bed. I used to try that with them, bedtime stories. No, they want grandma to tell them a story, because they love my stories, because they're a little bit more interesting. And they really love the story about Skinner and his brother, Bald-Headed Bloody Bone. And I know many of you have heard that story too, haven't you? At least I hope. And about the little puppy that was running. Oh no, the man that was running from the ghost, and the ghost said he sat on the side of the log and said, "Whoosh, I'm sure is tired." And the puppy sat on the side of the log too, which was the ghost, and said, "Whoosh, I'm sure is tired too." And that man got up and he got to running some more, and he said, "Natty, have that goddamn door open for me when I come back through here," because he was running from the ghost. Oh, they love that. Yes, yes. Peace, love, and light to you. That's all I have for right now. I love you unconditional and not in the bed, and to the Most High God. Talawa. Love you guys. Ooh, yes. Ooh.